Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, still giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase with Picatinny rail adapter, so you can mount it to any standard AR-15, like all awesome accessories can be. Go to toppingtechnologies.com and click the flamethrower button to learn more and see me shooting a flamethrower. And lastly, trying to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now going over to the business part podcast, you have some good news. Mercedes woke up and realized there is no replacement for displacement. I'm pretty sure that's a ancient philosophical saying. At least it is now. Now, this has come to us thanks to Motor1.com, specifically right over there, Adrian. And they say, quote, Mercedes makes, quote unquote, course correction to extend combustion engine life. Company's boss claims that keeping gas engines is a, quote, most rational approach, aka a way for them to, stay in business. And here you can see one of those AMG engines right there. And again, this is credited to Adrian over at Motor1.com. And he says, quote, it was only a few days ago that Audi announced its plans to continue production of gas-powered cars longer than initially intended. And its now long rival Mercedes is essentially saying the same thing. Head honcho, and again, it's German, so I'm probably not going to pronounce this right, Ola Kalnias, maybe, admitted the Stuttgart-based manufacturer had made a course correction to retain internal combustion engines longer than initially planned. As a refresher, the company announced a few years ago they aim to go fully electric, where most market conditions allow, as early as 2030. Let's get a better looking Mercedes on the screen here. There. That is glorious. The Mercedes chairman and CEO told German auto magazine Automotor and Sport that, quote, electrified high-tech combustion engines will run longer than we originally expected. While he didn't provide the exact timeline, he was referring to the dual-gas electric strategy with an optimal solution given the slower than expected EV adoption. In the current situation, I think most rational approach is for an established manufacturer to do both and not neglect either technology. Automakers are retreating from the previously lofty EV goals, has fueled a misconception about a general decline in the electric car market. While it's true that the same companies are struggling, including Mercedes, which reported a 23% drop in 2024, the overall segment is growing. They say that reported EV sales have jumped more than 25% last year, according to the International Energy Agency, reaching 17 million vehicles. Now, that's true. Now, the issue is the adoption rate is decreasing. The overall sales for EVs across the globe are increasing, but the adoption rate greatly decreasing. They say, additionally, Bloomberg's NEF's annual electric vehicle outlook, published just yesterday, projects sales of plug-in hybrids and electric vehicles to surge by 25% this year compared to 2024, which hybrids is one of the fastest growing segments of automobile technologies. So obviously, I find them abhorrent because it's a glorified pseudo EV, it has a gas engine, but yeah, once that battery goes kaput, it is garbage, basically. Now, they say that, as you expect, China's estimated to account for the lion's share with almost 2/3 of hybrids and EV sales, according to the same study. As rivals, BMW and Audi, China remains Mercedes' largest market, despite a 7% decline in sales last year to 683,000 combustion and electric vehicles. Speaking of which, Clausen claims Chinese buyers, quote, don't use just their cars to get from point A to point B. It's also a, quote, second living room. Maybe that explains the heavy reliance on screens in recent models wearing the three-pointed star. Now, I also know that, quote, Germany's luxury trio will continue to offer a mix of combustion electric vehicles well into the 2030s, appealing to both camps. It remains unclear what will happen in other countries that follow the draconian, totalitarian, evil government. The European Union, I can't tell the difference between the two. Regulations, which from the middle of next decade will prohibit automakers from selling new vehicles that emit harmful pollutants. Some car companies are likely hoping for a delay in that ban, but the EU shows no signs of backing down because they're evil, useless dictators. Well, I had that last part, obviously, but yeah, another reason I think most gearheads should be mostly libertarian or, small government fans, because yeah, the reason we're losing so many awesome cars is not due to lack of customer demand, but it's because governments are, wanting to control us more by, having little EVs that are easy to control in a myriad of ways. But some good news, at least for the short term, as you see, Mercedes will continue to make some large, fun displacement vehicles. But let me know, it seems like pretty much every single automotive manufacturer has backpedaled from their previous EV commitments. But, let me know, do you think the adoption rate will actually increase next couple years? I'm personally pretty skeptical because, again, there's a lot of speculation that the $7,500 tax credit in the United States will be coming to an end. But let me know in the comments because, as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.